Welcome to Connect Now. This week, we're breaking down the major shifts in entertainment, celebrity conflict, and Super Bowl headlines. I'm going to ask the questions that everybody get when we get real reactions. I'm your host, Kendrick Dix, alongside my co-host, Brittany Shea. Brittany Shea, how you doing? All right, Brittany Shea, let's get started with this right here. We want to talk about this. A lot of Sherri Shepherd's talk show is reportedly gets canceled after 4 seasons, and now Kelly Clarkson's talk show as well is ending. A lot of the talk show hosts ending. When will you see two major daytime talk shows disappear? And what does you tell you about the state of TV talk, daytime talk?
I feel like every good thing. I feel like every good thing must come to an end. So that's probably what's going on. With them in the talk show industry. And yeah, to be honest with you, none of them was really good, strong talk show hosts anyway. So they did all
so
right. They
Kelly
wasn't the
Clark,
best.
uh-huh.
Yeah, they did all right. They weren't the best at it though. Let's just say that.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you think it's about ratings, budget, or audience moving away from traditional daytime TV and going to podcasting?
Yeah, I feel like ratings may have slipped and fell for them, individually. I feel like they had a strong start in the beginning of their talk show host careers, but I think it just
Uh,
didn't land, just didn't stick. They're not like Wendy Williams or Oprah or whoever, etc. So, and but I feel like Sherri Shepherd was trying to be like Wendy Williams, but you can't replace Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, the OG.
yeah.
I miss Wendy.
I know. Let's see. Everybody miss Wendy. Everybody got an opinion. You think Wendy Williams ever come back from being a talk show host? Or do you think Sherri Shepherd can go back to the View or something?
I feel like Sherri probably could go back to the View, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But I wouldn't be surprised if she do, because she still has that connection to go back.
okay.
But I
Say
would
for
be
instance,
surprised.
if you were, say for instance, Brenda Shea, if you were producing a talk show today, would you have it today? What would you have it do differently to survive?
I don't know. I think I would kind of be like Tamara Hall, like a mix of entertainment, a mix of real life. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in real people to tell their story, but also, probably touch on hot topics too.
And that's why I think talk shows and stuff really come to fruition when we think about stuff like that,
Hmm.
like podcasts and stuff like that. I think podcast the new talk show. When you ask me,
Yeah,
everybody got a talk show, including us. So hell,
everybody.
I mean, podcasts are here to survive. So I mean, you have an outlet to say what you want to say and do what you want to do, and
Yeah,
you can be what you want to have the outline of the show gonna be.
right. You can say and do whatever on podcasts now. Uncensored,
Yeah.
unfiltered.
All right. Yeah, it's unfiltered. I mean, you can do what you want to do. However you want to put it and however you want to spin it. I mean, now these days, it ain't that hard to create a podcast. Yeah.
Right.
All right, we move. Yeah, we move on to GloRilla and her sister. Her sister speaking out publicly, claiming GloRilla doesn't support the family as she should when the family got issues and stuff. This is GloRilla's sister, Brenda Shea, right here. I want to show you this picture right here. She calls herself Scarface Woods, but her name is Victoria. So she's
Mm.
feuding with her sister GloRilla. I mean, these are some real pictures of GloRilla. I mean, GloRilla, pretty girl. Scarface, she looks like the total opposite. She's like a bulldog or something
Brorilla.
of GloRilla.
They call her
Bro,
Brorilla.
that's what I'm saying. She Bro. But when the family issues go public like this, who loses the most? Let's look at what comment a lot of comments that GloRilla made disparaging about her sister. Let's take a look.
I was so damn hungry, I damn near ate a roach. She ain't obligated. Fuck out of here. She obligated for show, for shit show.
That shit going on.
Fuck.
Hey, man, you know what's going
And
on.
I ain't gonna get touched. And I ain't gonna get touched. I'm still in the trenches. And I ain't gonna get touched. On no day.
She like at least 2 to get some.
I ain't gonna get two ain't getting shit. Whatever hoe saying that, man, fuck that hoe too. And her kids. Bitch. Fuck you and the kids, hoe. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. Nah, y'all. What y'all mad because I'm exposed to y'all favorite rapper? Okay, okay, folks ask me some questions. They were like, why you exposing her now? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Because I just was in jail. I was in jail last week. Okay.
All right. Bridget Shay, what do you think about this bulldagger saying some really disparaging remarks about she almost ate a roach?
Yeah, you gotta say stud, not a bulldagger. But
Bulldagger, stud.
okay, that was like old folk call bulldagger. But I hollered when she said, "I'm gonna eat a roach." I'm like, girl, you can't be serious. You can't be for real. But I feel like she could use this and she funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. She remind me of Finesse 2 times, so she could probably parlay this into, going live or being a screamer and just being herself.
A screamer.
Yeah,
She don't even know. Let's look at one more clip of what she also said. Let's take a look.
Y'all glorify this motherfucker. How the fuck y'all stupid ass bitches want to sit here and talk about she got 10 siblings? How y'all ain't saying none of her siblings? She beefing with all 10 siblings? That hoe just green as hell. That hoe leaving her folks behind. But got everybody else in the front line. That shit green as hell. And I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all bitches think or feel about it. Fuck. That's my motherfucking sister. And I can talk about whatever the fuck I get ready. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Me and this bitch laid on the floor together. Struggle together. Didn't eat together. Worried about me talking about it. I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck I get ready. And they ain't going to get touched.
No, girl.
On no day.
No, girl.
That stupid ass Tula hoe, man. Hoe, you better go. She ain't obligated. I was so damn hungry, I damn near ate a roach. She ain't obligated.
I'm watching GloRilla's sister on live, and it just sounds like she mad GloRilla don't put them in videos, get them the fame that she has.
All right, Brittany Shay. Sorry about that, but look, GloRilla's stud sister / brother, whatever you want to call it, upset that she's not getting sharing GloRilla's not sharing the wealth. Do you think artists owe their family financial support, or is it an unfair expectation?
I feel like to each their own, because some people they gonna take care of their family. Some people they have a bad relationship with their family or estranged with their family. So it's discretionary. It's up to that person. But then again, you can't expect her to take care of 10 people now. Come on now.
Yeah, 10 siblings and stuff like that. I mean, some of her siblings have come out and saying they really don't need her like that. They say every now and then it'd be nice for her to help out, but I mean, at the end of the day, you can't. That'd be like you and me. Like if I'm the famous one, you gonna expect something out of me all the time?
Huh?
If I'm the famous one, you gonna expect something out of me all the time, vice versa. I ain't gonna expect nothing from you all the time. I give you something here and there just to help you out, just to like birthdays, Christmas, and other events that life events, like if you get married or something like that. Yeah, that's stuff like that, baby showers or something like that. But you can't expect people to take care of you for the rest of your life when I got a life too.
Especially if you're a grown, able-bodied person. I can see you take care of your parents, and then if you want to help your sibling out or take care of your sibling, you can. But you can't. You don't have to expect that. You see what I'm saying? But then again, they need to get it on their own. And then too, GloRilla, she looked up. TikTok really propelled her. So thanking TikTok for where she at. And then too, she probably ain't got that much money like that. The entertainment business ain't paying like it used to no more, especially the music industry.
Yeah, and then the sister saying her GloRilla. I think this is the part the sister said that her and GloRilla share the bed together. And her GloRilla placed the blame on her that it was GloRilla peed in the bed, but she didn't pee in the bed. I'm like, well, good God. I mean, where you bringing something up that's so old? You keeping that memory, and that's a long, hard memory to keep.
Right, that's some childhood mess.
And I did see where she had those 10 siblings. I mean, at the end of the day, that falls on the mom and dad. They don't fall on like GloRilla. GloRilla was just like y'all. She could have ended up just like y'all. But we also heard reports that GloRilla don't mess with her sister like that because her sister, GloRilla put out a warrant out on her sister, pressed charges saying that her sister almost unalived her.
Damn. What's really going on?
She looks like the type person. Can we show that one more time? Just anything that just to say what she spurt, like her spasms.
I was so damn hungry, I damn near ate a roach. She ain't obligated. I was so damn hungry, I damn near ate a roach. She ain't.
Okay, see, like that, she coming in with those spasms like that. I'm thinking to myself like, I don't know what you want to be called, a ma'am, or stud, or sir, or whatever you want to call yourself. But at the end of the day, you can't always expect your sibling. You gotta have your back. And then she talked about some hot and spicy. I'm like, what is a hot and spicy? And it turned out to be a McDonald's chicken sandwich. And then she going crazy about she just want GloRilla just to give her. Can we show that? What's going on?
Your grievance that you feel that your sister has an obligation to share the wealth.
Yeah, she got an obligation to share the wealth. We sat here, we struggled together. Took baths and bars of water, rest, roaches, all that. Yeah, she obligated. Is them friends obligated? She doing everything for them. So yeah, I feel like I'm obligated.
What is it you think?
Okay, so she entitled. She part of the alphabet community, and she look like she just off the hinges, are kind of unstable. But she can't expect GloRilla kind of help her out. She got to do it herself. Maybe she can get on the Zeus network and do something.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. That's just crazy. But do you think this kind of public call out damages GloRilla's image, or just creates noise for the sister?
I don't know necessarily if it damaged her image, because GloRilla kind of was teetering on being liked anyway because of the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation. And I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it really ain't gonna make a difference either way. It gonna be talked about now. But God,
well, she look like she the boy version of GloRilla. Now everything just coming about. It's about GloRilla, so crazy. All right, we move on to that craziness to this right here. We know that Bad Bunny will be part of the Super Bowl coming up, and Bad Bunny showing his aware. We know that like I said, there's buzz about Bad Bunny headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. Do you think the NFL is intentionally leaning towards more global Latino audiences? I've seen it for myself. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of Latinos and stuff today and yesterday when they decided that Bad Bunny is going to be performing, even on social media, that he's performing the Super Bowl representing their culture. You got something to say, Brittany Shay? All right, Brittany Shay, again.
A lot of black people looking forward to seeing him perform too. I love Benito. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but I like Benito. I like Bad Bunny too. So a lot of black people looking forward to his performance too. So
Yeah,
it just
everybody look forward
it's
to it.
just the who's that ain't too keen on it.
Too
Do you know?
keen on it.
Yeah, do you know who?
Let's hear what Bad Bunny had to say right quick when he said on the press conference.
6 years ago, do you think, looking back, you were like, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to do it my way?
Well, actually, no. It's not that I said, oh, I want to come back here by myself. Of course, around people, my team, they said it like, we coming back. And I was like, yeah. As I told you, like, I never looking for this. I maybe sound very mean, trying to be the most, I don't know, humble or naive, but I swear to God, I never looking for my biggest achievement, my biggest pleasure is just create, have fun doing it, and connect with the people.
All right, you heard from Bad.
Be a huge party. It's gonna be what people always can expect from me. I don't know if that is something that that's what I want to bring to the stage. Of course, a lot of my culture, but I really I don't want to give any spoilers. It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be easy and.
All right, you heard from Bad Bunny. Brendan Shay, Bad Bunny saying he just want to perform for the people, and Bad Bunny getting his what Bad Bunny be a hit with traditional NFL, or would this spark controversy? Like we said, we know the MAGA folks going to be having their turning point USA with Kid Rock as their headliner. Yeah, I mean, I like Kid Rock. You know, from like his MTV days.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, bomb on the bomb, the bang and bang, biggie. But you look at it like Kid Rock associated with politics and stuff. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, he lost me a long time ago, man. I don't fuck with nobody like that.
Even Nicki Minaj too, huh?
Yeah, she lost me too. Right.
Moment for Life.
I like her songs, but I don't like her as a person.
Yeah.
She a grifter.
Okay.
She's going where the money reside. That's all. She'll be right back apologizing in a year or two.
And y'all gonna accept her apology?
The Barb's gonna accept her apology. The
Barb. All right. All right. We'll move forward to that. We want to talk about this right here. That President Trump shares a video about the Obamas, and it was kind of depicting them as apes. I couldn't believe this. What's your whole thoughts on that? The Obamas getting treated like right here. This the post that the president sent, and then the press secretary is trying to cover it up.
Yeah, F her. Well, she the oldest 26-year-old I ever seen. Shit.
And a lot of Republicans right here, Brendan, saying this is totally unacceptable and appalling. They were trying to in support, saying this is not our party. Even Tim Scott right here saying this is the most racist thing he's seen out of this White House. The president should remove it.
I'm surprised about that. I'm surprised that they finally stepping up and got a damn backbone for once in their damn lives.
But do you think it's kind of a little bit for saying, and then too, a White House staff made the post? I don't think the White House staff made the
post. Trump made that damn post. Thought it was going to be a hit, and he used AI heavily and be trying to make them propagandist, crazy, weird ass videos with himself, like he the king of the jungle and shit. Like he's simple, babe. You is not simple. You not the Lion King, sweetheart. And first and
Mm.
foremost, don't put respect on Mrs. Obama and Mr. Obama's name. They would not be no disrespect would be tolerated for them. The greatest first lady and the greatest president ever. Forever first lady, forever president, baby. I don't care who in the office. Them still my presidents and first lady anyway, and they actually love each other, and they don't be trying to. Unlike Melania and Trump, Melania be ready to get away from his ass, his orange orangutan ass. Anybody look like a monkey is him.
Damn. Yeah, it's kind of like, and then he said something he's not gonna apologize for it, but I mean that's typical him because he ain't gonna want to do so. But I mean, if you was a real person, he more like a heartless person. Like, hey, if you kind of know it's wrong, and I think I blame his parents because they should have taught him right and wrong, but I guess they didn't try to. They were trying to spoil him and stuff.
Yeah, a draft dodger, a liar, a bankrupter, a damn everything in the book, a liar, cheater, a judicated rapist, a convict, a felon. He everything. Everything in the book, he's lying ass. And he know he ain't gonna make it in heaven. He said so himself. So he don't give a damn. That man is evil incarnate, living on earth. Yeah, he might be the devil on earth now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be nice for him just to, say, hey, I made a mistake. And then it just plainly shows
Pride.
he is that. He is what he is.
Yeah, pride and ego in a way. He can't even be old enough and grown enough, and just a child, just an immature old man. That's what they say: age don't come maturity, maturity don't come with age. Because if you did something wrong, and you should take accountability for it, but he doesn't take accountability for nothing now. He never did take anything accountability for his whole entire life. That man almost ain't he 80 years old almost, or
He'll turn 80 just in June.
like you're an 80-year-old immature old ass bastard man. Like, be for real. Like I'd be so glad when his ass gone. I swear. Get his ass up out of here.
But do you think it's gonna make him? I know it's making him look who he is as a racist, but I'm just saying he gonna really damage his own party that they ain't gonna really have a chance in the midterms nor coming up in 2028 if he continues on with these shenanigans.
Let him continue on with them shenanigans so that it continue on being divisive in the Republican Party. The Republican Party already divided.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, enough of him because let's hear what he had to say. No, it better yet, who cares? Who cares?
We don't want to hear fine ass.
Who cares? At this point, he made his own bed. He got to lay in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about this, Brittany? Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie's mother. She's man, this heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking to hear about Nancy Guthrie. About her son, the Kim Nancy, has to communicate with the family. They still got reward after her mom's been missing for almost a week.
Mm-hmm.
What's your whole thoughts on that?
Well, I just hope that they able to get her mom back safely because it's real strange, stranger than fiction. So I don't know what's going on with that. I was kind of shocked on that. And I said, well, out of all people, why Savannah Guthrie? Why is they taking her mother? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it kind of was shocking to me.
Yeah, I mean, her mom look like she's kind of sweet and nice. I mean, be missing like that out in the middle of the night like that, that's kind of strange. And then a lot of people's tying to the Epstein stuff because Savannah Guthrie interviewed a lot of Epstein victims.
Mm-hmm.
So they trying to tie in, somebody from the Epstein camp trying to get vengeance back on her.
Oh, wait.
I hate to hear that, but like we said, we'll have that a little bit more on Viral tomorrow. So if you want to watch Viral for more in depth, you can watch it there. Also,
Yeah.
to Brittany Shay, um, this right here, like what R. Kelly, I want to show you. Um, R. Kelly, not in the news, but one of his victims, the girl they got peed on the infamous R. Kelly. Um, he spoke out, and her name is I think LaShonda. What's her name? LaShonda Lampfield, known as Jane Doe in the R. Kelly case, is speaking out again. Why do you think the survivor voices still matter even years after the verdict?
Um, I feel like maybe she comes to peace and to terms with everything, but I wish she would have said something sooner during the whole first trial, even the second trial. But if she didn't feel comfortable, we can't tell a victim of someone who's been victimized when they can come out and tell the truth. They had to do it when they're full and ready. So if she full and ready to, come out and tell, all of her life story, what R. Kelly did, and she was insinuated about her aunt Sparkle. So I'm interested to find out more about what's going on with that situation. So I was kind
Let's
of surprised of the information on the sit down interview.
let's hear a little snippet on that right here, right
You
now.
say it was a couple of weeks before your 17th birthday. You say Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country. Your reaction to that when you think about hearing those words from R. Kelly, that this tape is out there and you were 14 years old?
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused. Didn't know what to expect. Um, and I was embarrassed.
Why not tell the truth in 2002 or 2008 when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth. But again, when I have been trained and groomed since I was age 13, I started believing the lies that I was telling. It was very foggy and unclear on what I really felt versus what was right or what was wrong. And even in moments where I despised Robert, I still lied for him.
When I look back at that trial, this idea that people who were not part of the jury were able to see some of that video, and the jokes that came from the video, because we're talking about seeing a person at the time, not knowing who it is, for sure, being urinated on and talked about, and it's almost like, oh my gosh. Do you look at even the justice system as not protecting you to some extent? I mean, thinking about that video being played before a gallery of everyday citizens?
I definitely think things could have been handled differently. I'm happy I wasn't there to witness everyone watching that. To the world imagery, I was not made to be a victim. I was a mockery. And that was very difficult to digest. It was very disheartening to know that my body was just being displayed and tossed around. And, when I look back on it, I wish things could have been done differently, but those are all of the things that I had to internalize.
So, do you think the public truly listen to survivors, or do people move on too quickly?
I feel like it's 50-50 of both. Some survivors, they're not listened to, they're not believed, and some are, you know what I'm saying? I just think we should believe people until the evidence, guilty. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Believe the victim until otherwise, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it probably took a toll on her. That is considered CP, you know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
what R. Kelly did to her. during that time, and then I believe she was groomed and taken advantage of, but her parents didn't make it no better neither. You know, the dads they continued to work with R. Kelly even after the situation occurred and happened, which is beyond me, which is crazy.
Oh, the dad was working with R. Kelly.
Yeah, I think
What?
that. Yeah, I think the dad was a musician or something. Look into it.
Damn, everybody trying to get some money. R. Kelly ain't that big of a deal to kind of
Uh,
pimp your daughter out.
right.
Damn, that's messed
hmm
up. But what you thought when I know like the tape and all that stuff. Do you think it was kind of like everybody was talking about way back then, and how everything now when she reveals herself, it's like wow, it's a totally different perspective.
Yeah, because I think like she said so herself, she was denying it because during that time she didn't want all that public scrutiny and attention. So for her to come out and say it was me and tell my story, I mean, hats off to her is all I can say.
Okay, okay. Well, Brittany Shay, we know it's Super Bowl day. Who you got? You follow NFL football? It's the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots.
I don't got nobody. I'm just trying to watch the commercial and the halftime show. But if I had to choose, I guess the Seahawks.
Okay, okay. I'm going with the Seahawks too. They in the lead and stuff, so
hmm
we'll be watching.
Okay.
All right. So everything we discussed today: talk shows, ending, family feuds, survival stories, or the Super Bowl. Which topic do you think people are sleeping the most? Let us know in the conversation. So for Brittany Shay, I've been your host, Kendra Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next week for another edition of Connect Now.
Peace.